All right, we are on.
We are on. This is the end of day 2 of the Contra Cruise.
Or as I like to call it, never do this to me again, I swear to God. And it wasn't even that bad for me.
Oh, God. No, I mean, like, all the Contra Cruise stuff is great. It's just that today was formal day.
Yes, and formal day would... So they wanted everyone to wear a suit and tie and a jacket.
They didn't say tie. There's nowhere in there did it say tie.
A suit with a jacket.
Yes.
I'm taking my tie off as we speak.
Good idea.
Everything else is staying on for the remainder of this interview. But,
I got out of the sweat bag.
Yeah, Rudy sweats a lot. That's all you need to know.
It's like a Rorschach test on my back. Yeah, so my suit, it needed tailoring, and I didn't get it tailored before I went, so it did not fit. So yeah, that didn't work very well.
It wasn't just that it didn't fit. It was like we tried multiple methods to try and figure something out, because your shirt, the top button wouldn't button, and you didn't have a tie. But if you tried to button it, then you would...
Well, I was planning to leave it unbuttoned anyway. I wasn't going to put on a tie for this place. That's why I didn't bring it. Like, I consciously looked at it and said, no, fuck this, when I was packing.
Yeah. All my clothes fit fine, but I didn't have a jacket, so I went in a vest. So I was expecting people to ask me for towels. I kind of thought I should just walk around carrying some, just in case.
Try to force them on people. Here, towel!
See if they would tip me.
Don't speak English. Towel!
You're speaking perfect English.
Towel!
Throw the towel at them. And speaking of towels, we came back to our room and they had taken new towels for us and folded them up into the shape of some kind of weird demonic towel dog.
No, only you got that. I didn't get any fresh towel.
I think there were enough there for both. I don't need 3 towels.
How many towels?
I think
Wait, how did they make They made it like a dog creature out of multiple towels?
Yes, it was like 2 washcloths and 4 towels.
Jesus.
And I was just sitting on my bed waiting to eat me or something.
Don't take me apart. You'll be cursed.
Well, I took it apart.
Well, we're cursed.
I know, we're on this boat. Supposed to be landing in, what, Honduras tomorrow?
No.
Or Roatan?
Roatan, Honduras, but we don't land there until, like, either tomorrow night or the day after tomorrow morning.
But we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. I don't know that I'm going to leave the boat. We might try to buy a TV.
Yeah, still can't play Corpse Party.
Yeah, well, we've unplugged the Samsung, and we're hoping that we can erase whatever memory it has in it without using. They left Allen keys in here, but there's no goddamn Phillips head screwdriver, so I still can't take the back off of that thing.
Yeah, I guess next time I'll have to remember to try and get a toolkit through customs.
No, next time we're just going to bring a TV.
Next time we're not going to come because...
That's also true, yes. Oh, man.
Like, I don't know. I mean... They're probably going to do another Contra Cruise next year. I'm
not going to be on it.
Yeah.
I mean, apologies to Tom and Bob, who have been nothing but, wonderful, gracious hosts, but cruises are not for me.
Who I think are trying to kill each other, secretly.
They're not. No, it was pretty good. I mean, the sessions today were good. The first session was... kind of academic in nature, but it was kind of nice to listen to and get things kind of digested a little bit.
It's always good to be at a live talk.
Yeah. You can ask questions, you can get nice, delicious ice water, stuff like that.
Yeah, it was basic content. We knew most of what they were talking.
Well, they had some good data that I hadn't seen necessarily before.
Yeah, and I didn't know the thing about every time a new Fed chair comes in, that's when there's a crash. I didn't know the timing was.
The thing about that is that it's peculiar, right? Like that he showed the timing for all of the previous 4 or 5 Fed chairmans, and they all had a crash within a year or possibly 18 months of their installment as Fed chair. But then Yellen has been in since February of 2014, so she's been in there almost 3 years now, apparently. I'm surprised it's been that long. I wonder if you got that number right. Was it 2014 or 2015?
I don't know. I would have thought it was 2015,
it might be worth looking up, but yeah.
I haven't been paying attention.
I remember her...
But if it was 2014, maybe she's going for the gold medal.
Maybe.
Or some fiat medal.
Well, I mean, that'd be good, right? Because it suggests that her strategy is not to crash the economy and then bring it back up and have people remember her that way.
And then pass the relay wand.
Right. So, I mean, based on the graphs that we saw, it kind of looks like the Fed is trying to unwind some of its bad decisions over the last few years in as painless a way as possible, which is reassuring.
Somewhat, yeah.
Somewhat. Wow, the boat's really moving today.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like outside. It's too hot out there.
Maybe for you.
Yes, for me.
But you sweat you sweat like the splash park they have out there.
Yeah, pretty much.
You had that shirt on for 5 minutes in the coldest room that I know of on this boat.
We have the thermostat all the way down. Like, it's just pegged at -000.
Yeah, I could put on 3 coats and be fine. You had on a long sleeve shirt and you...
I was dying. Now, to be fair, we had just climbed like 6 flights of stairs 20 minutes beforehand or something.
Yes, I always forget that not everyone shares my aptitude for going up like 100 flights of stairs without being winded.
Well, I mean, I can go up a pretty decent... Considering what shape I'm in, I can go up a decent number of flights of stairs without getting too winded. But I do have a fairly significant disadvantage in that my mass times gravity coefficient is much larger than it is for you.
Yeah, mine's pretty low. So the Contra Cruise stuff itself seems like it's all going to be really fun.
The Contra Cruise stuff is great. I mean, we've met... All the people that we've met on the Contra Cruise have been really friendly and nice to talk to and interesting and all that stuff. It's just that we're on a fucking boat. That's the main problem, is that we're on a fucking boat.
Being on a boat is not a problem, because I like boats. I like being on boats. But this doesn't count, because once you're on the boat, it's not like you're on a boat.
I guess that's true. It's just like...
It's like you're in a building where the ground moves
It's like a big crowded hotel that rocks back and forth.
It's like being at Anime Central again, only
Boatier.
The bathrooms are all smaller.
The bathrooms suck, yeah. Actually, our room bathroom is not actually as bad as I thought it was. Taking a shower sucked. That was a stretch. It sounded, from the outside, it must have sounded like some kind of like recreation of stomp. It's like boom, 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 boom. Every time I tried to move my arm, it was like, oh, I hit something. Oh, I hit something else.
It's a tube shower. Even my small frame was, I was bumping elbows against everything.
I can't imagine, like I've seen some people like at breakfast and lunch who were way bigger than I am, and I can't imagine how they're coping at all.
They're not showering. No, it's really weird. It's like first off, the one thing I did like about it was that so we're on a boat that's shaking a little bit, and you're in a tube shower, so we can legitimately use the line, "Hey, watch it, we're in the tubes back here," for the first time in my life, and not just be joking.
Yeah.
Except that, they probably can't hear us. Unless they've got microphones in the shower, which brings up a whole other set of questions.
There's a lot of problems. Potential problems.
There's the Contra Cruise t-shirt that they gave everyone is pretty cool. It's got a little picture of the boat and the drawings that were used for the
promo
for the podcast are the little face drawings of Bob and Tom and Paul on the boat.
All on the boat.
I think Paul Krugman's in like a captain's uniform.
Hat, and he's kind of like got his arms crossed and has a scowl on his face.
But the back of the shirt, I'm not going to explain the joke, but there's that whole thing where it's like, where you won't so-and-so, and so the back of the shirt says, where you won't have to explain this t-shirt, and the answer to the question is always the Contra Cruise.
Yes.
I guess I did just explain the joke.
You explained the joke.
But we're the minority here, so most of the people on the boat you actually would have to explain the t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to explain it to Contra Cruise members, we hope.
Yeah. I don't think we did for anyone.
The bottle of wine continues in its bucket adventure.
Yeah, so that bottle of wine that they gave us that we're not going to drink sat overnight and is still here.
Well, no, the worst part is not the worst part, but the funniest part is that when the housekeeping people cleaned up the room in the morning, when we came back in, there was new ice in the bucket. So it's like, we need to pawn this off, or this is going to waste all the ship's ice on us.
All the ship's ice.
All of it. It's not cold enough. More ice, then they'll drink it.
And the condensation kept gathering on the bucket, so we had to put a towel on it because it's about to... the water's about to warp their nice desk.
Nice desk? Mediocre desk.
I meant nice in the sense of accurate.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it was somewhat measured some proportion.
Yeah, no, it's not some shitty IKEA piece that was put together by some moron tyro.
Yeah. Let's see. We had that. So we did the icebreaker thing where they had
They had us talk to like other people for 2 minutes at a time, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and then switch, and it was like,
I'm not good at that kind
I'm not
of
good
thing.
at this.
I'm better at... When I eventually decide to talk to someone, I'm better at it for like 15 minutes to a half hour at a time.
Yeah.
Possibly longer. Like we talked for, 2 hours to people at lunch today. And we were going to continue, but then Rudy decided that his suit had become a sponge.
You mean at dinner?
At dinner, yes.
Yes. No, I mean, I actually wasn't... The thing about it is that getting into the suit is what causes me to sweat. Because it's like, this is stressful and I don't like it. And so I get it.
It's like a Jane Fonda workout to get into the suit.
No, it's not that. It's more like, if I get nervous, I sweat. So, like, the prospect of having to put a suit on makes me nervous. And so I have to put the suit on. And then I become nervous about putting the suit on. And so I start sweating as I put the suit on. And sweating as I put the suit on makes me more nervous. So I continue to sweat as I put the suit on. I was actually completely dry when I got out of the suit when I got here. It's just that the pants need to be let out a bit. But, that's a different problem altogether. I mean, the whole thing doesn't fit. Like the shirt has too small a neck. Like I was trying to button the top button. I think I crushed my trachea a little bit. It hurt.
For anyone interested in Rudy's measurements, he can be reached at.
Anyone want a secondhand suit? It's only been worn like 5 or 6 times.
Or a bottle of wine.
A bottle of, what is it? Some kind of white wine of some sort? I have no idea.
So we got through the icebreaker, and then it was 2 hours of Pictionary?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
An hour of Pictionary?
Which you cleaned house in.
Oh yeah, I won the Awesome Award.
You won the Awesome Award, which included a hug from Tom Woods.
Yeah, and after our conversation about the flower luggage yesterday, that's not helping my image either.
Everything is getting confused. and the guys that like at dinner, there's that guy that's trying to take pictures of everybody. He's like, "Yeah, you guys get together." It's like, no, we're not. I mean,
we're not together.
Yeah, chill out, Broseph. Just take a picture of each of us.
I'm not even sure why.
I don't know this person.
I think that guy's a stalker.
Yeah, he might be a crazy stalker. He lives in one of the lifeboats.
They don't know he's there. He's like he's like the Liberty of the Seas gremlin or something.
When are we gonna get those pictures that they took of us at the dinners? Pictures.
Yeah. So they were doing the Pictionary, and they were doing economics and. I think it was mostly economics themed
terms. Yeah,
terms. It wasn't like
specifically. So it was like when you get like an abstract word in Pictionary, it's always hard as hell. And these were all abstract terms of like fairly high level economic statements that you know about if you've listened to the Contra Krugman podcast a lot. But like we had they well, not we, I was just a spectator, but they had to draw GDP, and no symbols and no words and that kind of stuff. They had to draw unemployment, and they were sticklers about whether you got the thing right. Like someone was trying to draw GDP and someone said gross national product. He's like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah, actually, I didn't really sweep it because our team came in second place. We went against 2 teams. There were what, 4 teams, 6 teams?
4 teams.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 teams.
Maybe 6. I don't know, something like that.
Whatever happened, we were the last running, and we beat the other team, and then it was the finals, and our team had. Did not miss a single answer until the very last one that was
and then they were
deciding one.
Well, I think you still won technically. Because
score-wise, yeah, but we didn't get one wrong until that very last one, which was GDP. We did not. That's the one we lost on.
Right.
But
it was like 4-2 when that happened, so you still won.
Yeah, it was. We did really good.
It was good. I mean, Justin, you had pretty amazing results. You got, what did you get? I got social justice warrior, and Brexit. Now, how do you draw Brexit, right? And especially, I mean, it wasn't like they gave us like 40 minutes to draw these things.
We had 90
seconds to draw and guess. So it was like very, very quick. It was surprisingly fast paced for the abstractness of the terms. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the Brexit one, Pictionary is a very psychological game, and I knew I couldn't remember what England looked like.
Right.
So my only game, my only game plan was, okay, I'm going to start drawing a globe, and then I'll start drawing some of the continents, and then I'll start, then once I get, around Europe filled in, I'm going to circle it, and then I'm going to point an arrow to it. And my hope is that Brexit was fresh enough in people's memory and that there were enough people on our team that paid attention to the news that they would make the connection Europe, Britain, Brexit.
Yeah. And
failing that, which that was what happened. Someone got it right away.
Someone got it right away.
But failing that, I was just going to draw another arrow to a picture of a stick man leaving a room.
Right.
And see if that would help.
Right. I mean, the people that on the other team that got GDP right had a similar strategy. Like, the guy drew a gross of things.
Yeah.
And then, came up with another image that kind of meant domestic, and then another one that meant product. And that worked out for them, too. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good strategy.
Yeah, yes. But the one that won me the Awesome Award...
Oh, yeah.
was Social Justice Warrior.
Well, no, didn't Brexit win you the Awesome Award?
No, it was Social Justice Warrior. Because that was the one where we were facing off against the other team at the same time.
Right.
One team had to guess it before the other.
Right.
And Tom made a big deal about it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know how anyone's going to draw
nobody's
this.
going to get this. If anyone gets this, they get the Awesome Award.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what the Awesome Award was because he clearly just made that up on the spot.
Yes, of course.
So I'm kind of being cocky about it. I got my arms crossed. I'm giving a smile. He's like, you guys think you can handle this? I go, oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And so they tell us to go. And I started drawing a Helga-ish looking Valkyrie with a shield and a sword and pigtails in the hopes that someone would say, woman, warrior, Valkyrie, social justice warrior, which is exactly what happened.
Yes.
And it happened in the space of, 6 seconds?
Yeah, it was quick.
We got it in 6 seconds, and it was so fast that Tom actually turned to look at the other team again because he didn't realize that Bob had called us as the winners.
Yeah.
And then he turns back and says, wait, they got it?
Yeah, it was good.
And apparently the Awesome Award is a hug.
From Tom Woods.
So my image is getting worse and worse this vacation.
We act like anyone gives a fuck. We didn't even mention the fact that we have a podcast to those people at dinner today.
You're right. I'm too afraid they'll want to join us, and then they'll be terrified of us after they leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
They'll never want to talk to us again.
Oh, these guys are terrifying.
Especially, you guys came to your room with a laptop and a microphone.
We came with a PSTV.
We came with no intention of doing the vacation things that that most people do on a cruise. Okay?
Yeah, we were going to use this as some nice quiet video game time.
We were
those hopes were dashed against the seawall.
But I do get to say, now that Team Rudy and Justin goes home with the Awesome Award.
Yeah, we do. You should get a trophy made that's just a picture of Tom Woods with his arms like that.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
And just have it cast and coat it in gold.
Listen, he's a family man. I don't want to come between that.
Yeah, it's great. The Contra Cruise stuff is really fun. It's just that we're on a boat, and it's not even that we're on the boat. It's that we're on a really crowded boat. That it's crowded.
Yeah, I do enjoy all the.
And they made me wear a fucking suit. Fuck them.
I enjoy the Contra Cruise stuff. Ever since I started listening to Contra Krugman, I've loved the back and forth exchanges of Bob and Tom putting each other down constantly, or claiming to hog the spotlight from the other. That's enjoyable. I mean, even when it's a subject that you've heard 100 times, you want to listen to the show.
It's good to listen to. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of funny banter. Yeah.
But it's I don't know. I don't think their egos are as big as ours.
Not as big as yours.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm very humble. I'm like the humblest person.
Yeah. I'm the smartest man in the world, and you're my greatest rival, and that's.
And you get your 108.
Yeah, you get your 108. I'll get mine, and we will go to war, and one of us will be the emperor.
The God Emperor of all time.
Yes.
That's a Suikoden reference, in case you didn't notice. We like Suikoden, the game
Yeah,
series, and the books. The books that is originally based on, which were translated as what? The
All Men
Are Brothers here in the U.S. One of the translations. There's another one that's called Water Margin Story or whatever.
Yeah.
But All Men Are Brothers.
Water on All Sides.
Water on All Sides, that's right. But, those books, we both read those books, and they're fantastic in their hilarious awesomeness.
It's a really weird book too.
Well, it's ancient literature. It's an epic story, and it has very different values from what's normal to us. Like for them, it's like, well, it's China 3000 BC. It's like, this guy just jumped naked out of a wedding cake, effectively killed like 14 people and then ate some of them.
Yeah,
holy shit.
I think the best. The best example is the guy that they wanted to join the rebellion.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to. He was too loyal to the emperor, and they were trying to explain to him that they were loyal to the emperor too, and they were rebelling because the emperor was surrounded by corrupt people.
Yeah.
And didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And since they couldn't get him to join, they killed his family.
Yeah.
Because he was really close to his family, and he realized, the man broke down in tears when he realized that they valued him so much that they were willing to kill his family to get him to join them, so that he wouldn't have any other obligations.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, wow, this would never get written today. But it's so good at the same time.
Well, the first third, it's really weird how the story progresses, too, because the first third of the book is focused on one character, which is probably my favorite character in the book.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of just like a drunken slob that they keep trying to put in situations where they can make him a decent member of society.
Yeah.
And, like, he joins a monastery, but just ends up beating a bunch of monks up with
beating the
sticks.
shit out of the monks. Yeah, it's great. It's a great set of books, and everybody should read it. Oh, so good. and then Japan decided to make games about it, and those are awesome too.
Yeah.
Especially the second one and the fifth one.
Yeah, they were much more tame than the book. Like the Black Whirlwind doesn't.
I actually have my copy of Contra Cruise here.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, you can take a look at it. Have you played it?
No, I have it though.
You should take. Oh, you have it, but you've never played it.
Yeah, Suikoden Contra Cruise. That was the strategy game, right?
No. That's another RPG.
Oh, okay.
The strategy one was Suikoden Tactics. That was for PS2. I have that too. It's also good.
We like video games.
Oh man, we love video games. We love video games almost as much as Liberty.
Without liberty, we cannot play video games.
Liberté, fraternité, video game. That's our revolution.
Well, we say we want a revolution.
But what we mean is a we.
What?
A we, a revolution.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just got that. You're a monster.
Yeah, no, really, you are.
Yeah, I am. That's all right.
The Wii was one of those video game systems that really, really made me angry. No, it wasn't the Wii. It was
the Wii U. The Wii U made you angry. The Wii was really good.
The Wii was cool, but it was the one. It was kind of the one where I was like, well, Nintendo kind of like gimmicks its way through now, and I don't really care that much anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
a shame that Nintendo's gone that way, but they still bring out a couple of really good games for each system that are like, I probably should buy one just for that.
Yeah, they do end up having games where it's like, I want that just for this one game.
Yeah, basically.
But like, there's no single game for the Xbox 360
Dead Rising,
or for the
Dead Rising.
What's the new Xbox? The Xbox One.
The Xbox One. No, well, I would consider. I mean, I don't think I'd buy an Xbone for it, but Gears of War 4 does look pretty good. I like the first three of them. They are fantastic games.
Yeah. So you're probably wondering how we're going to relate all this back to the Contra Cruise.
We're not!
Yep, not at all.
Moving on.
Where did we leave off?
I don't know.
Oh, their witty banter back and forth.
Yeah, their witty banter back and forth, and you getting a hug from Tom Woods as a prize.
I can never tell my parents about this.
That's alright. It's going to be a video on ContraCruise.com.
Well, my parents don't watch our YouTube channel.
They will when I get with them. No, I'm just going to show them the video. Hey, look at what happened to Justin while we were in the Contra Cruise. Hug. Hey, you're lucky. You're lucky that you didn't win the GDP one, because that would have been a 4 times as long hug.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah, because that was a 4 times award.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they called it, at least.
But it wasn't the Awesome Award.
It wasn't the Awesome Award.
No, I get sole claim.
You get sole claim on the
Award.
Awesome Award.
You better all remember that.
Everyone remembers.
Everyone.
That. Everyone.
I really do have a big ego.
Yeah.
In my defense, I deserve it.
I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, so tomorrow we're still at sea again, but it's casual day again. Oh, we found out that the second formal day is on Thursday, so I'm going to bow out of dinner that night.
Me too. Basically, if Rudy's not going, I'm not going.
Which is kind of sad, honestly. You should do things that you enjoy as well.
Well, no, I think I'll enjoy... I'm doing the things I enjoy. I will enjoy hanging out with you more than being at that dinner.
Fair enough.
More than taking the time to dress up to go to that dinner.
That's...
And then it's... What we're doing right now is the most fun thing we're going to do all night.
Unless we can get fucking Corpse Party working.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
How long has that TV been unplugged now? Certainly long enough to discharge the capacitors.
I don't know.
Should we do a live test while we're recording?
Sure.
Let's do it. Plug it in.
Okay, I'm plugging it in.
Plug it in the TV. He's
TV.
taking the plug. He's putting the plug in the TV.
All
The
right.
light is on. He is pressing the power button.
Now, it makes a shitty noise when it turns on.
Yes. I don't know why. No other Samsung TV. Okay, it looks like it's still got their...
Still shitty.
Yeah. Source button working?
No, it's not.
It is not working.
Okay, hold on. There's one more thing to try, and that's this.
The remote. Try the remote.
The light turns on when I push the source button, so it's sending the signal, but it's being co-opted.
No, you mean actively blocked.
Similar. Yeah, okay, no, this is still...
Okay, well, alright, that experiment failed.
Today's experiment was a failure.
If anyone else has any suggestions on how we can fix this Samsung TV to play our video games, you can write to us at...
No, we're probably just going to buy a shitty TV in Honduras.
You really think so? Are you?
I'm thinking about it. What else did I bring that fucking money for?
Good point. I mean, I haven't spent anything other than on food so far.
And tips. One really good tip.
2 really good tips. At the Marriott, I left $20 for the maid.
Oh, wow, that's pretty nice.
And
then oh god, the umbrella.
Yes, we have to tell the umbrella story.
So we're getting ready for the we're getting suited up.
Tell us from your perspective.
Yeah, tell us from my perspective. We're getting suited up, and all of a sudden, I'm just sitting on the bed because I got my suit on. I'm trying to move as little as possible to conserve, heat capacity. And Justin's like, "Oh, check this out!" And he hands me a giant yellow sunflower embroidered umbrella. Not embroidered, but printed. Like, there's a sunflower picture printed on the umbrella. And, like, the cap of it was, like, a tiny sunflower. And he's like, try to close this. And so I'm trying to close it, and I'm like, I don't think I can close it. I grab it, and I push it together really hard, and it doesn't close. And he's like, no, you need to get it closer to being closed before the interesting thing that I'm talking about happens. I'm like, I don't think it closes at all anymore. So I struggle with this sort of thing for probably 10 minutes. And, like, I'm like, well, I can open it, and if I push the button while it's opened, it partially closes, or it kind of releases some spring tension. Now, I can't make that spring tension go back if I do this, but if I do this and this and this, then I can get it back to an open state, but I could not figure out how to...
Open state.
Yes, an open state of the umbrella. And so I could not figure out how to close this umbrella. He's like, well, you have to get it mostly closed before I can show you the thing I'm trying to show you. I'm like, I think
that was part of it. Part of it was showing you how hard it was to close, because that was one of the...
Right, but like... but we never actually managed to get it closed. Either of us.
Yes, because we probably broke it.
Yeah, we did break it. It wouldn't close anymore. I mean... what happened to you? No, you were trying to close it and you couldn't close it. And then we got it mostly closed, and we tried to wrap the strap around it, and it doesn't fit.
Yeah, that's the interesting part.
That's the interesting
strap
part.
that holds
so I guess we
it
didn't
together
get to
does
see
not
it.
fit.
But the thing was already broken, so we can't. I can't know for sure if it was like that when it was new. So I just have to take Justin's word for that. And we all know that his word.
Well, we were dicking around with that umbrella for like half an hour. It was
well, what did we
ridiculous.
had to do? We got our suits on super early, and it was like, okay, how long do we have to wait until we can actually go and get dinner? And it's like, 45 minutes. Son of a bitch.
So, and you were trying to manipulate this umbrella while wearing your suit, which did not allow you full use of your arm.
Right. Yeah, when I tried to put my hand near my mouth as if I was trying to move a fork to it. Like you could see like my arm get caught in the cloth of the suit. And it looked like a black stripy chicken wing. It was really sad.
Yeah, so we folded up that umbrella
and stuffed it next to we couldn't get it to close anymore, and the strap didn't fit around it either, and it had shitty Velcro at that. So like even though we could kind of get it close, we couldn't actually get enough contact with the Velcro to have it stay shut. So Justin came up with a brilliant idea of closing it up and jamming it into the space between the couch and the wall.
Yeah, because if we didn't, it would like shoot open.
Yeah, we could not keep it closed. So that was the solution, was to hold it shut with the power of furniture.
Yeah, and so then our room fella on the way out.
Yeah, we were on the way out, and he was standing there. He's like, "Hey, how was your room?" And we're like, "Great." Hey, can you throw away an umbrella for us? And he's
no. What happened was I started to walk away, and I turned around and I go, "Oh, very important." like I pulled the guy aside, and I was like, "This is really important. There's an umbrella wedged between the couch and the wall in there.
Do not
Whoever
remove
you
it.
send in there to clean, tell them not to touch it. It might kill them." Like we had to bring the guy in the room to show him the umbrella.
Yeah.
And then finally it was just like, look, can you just throw this away for us? It doesn't work anymore.
We're not going to throw it over the side of the boat, but it's broken and we can't use it anymore.
And I got that from my mother, so now I have to buy my mother a new umbrella, because I was like leaving, and my dad was driving me to the airport, and they were like, do you need anything? I was like, I don't have an umbrella. They said to bring an umbrella. I don't think I'll need one. But
didn't she say, "Oh, this is a good umbrella"?
Yeah, she said this was a good umbrella. So I'm gonna have to buy her a nice umbrella now.
Well, no, there's like that. I hate to say this, but that umbrella is like shittier than most like $3 umbrellas that I've seen.
I know, but it has to look as nice as that one.
It had a sunflower on it. Who fucking likes sunflowers? Except for
Nero
sunflowers.
Wolf?
Does he?
Well, he likes the color of sunflowers.
He likes the color yellow.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite color too.
For his
So I
shirts.
feel like in some like sixth degree kind of way, I would be doing Nero Wolf an injustice.
I see. Well, fair enough.
If I did something, I don't even know what we're talking about now. What, umbrellas.
We're talking about replacing
likes
your
umbrellas?
mother's umbrella, and your mother's luggage bag.
I should go on a nice half-hour talk about how great mothers are now. Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
I think 2 years ago at the it was the WWE Hall of not Hall of Fame. It was what do they call it? It's like further, maybe it is the Hall of Fame. Yeah, being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame was Mr. T.
Okay.
And so he has to give a speech.
Okay.
He goes up on the stage and starts talking about his mother and how much he loves his mother and how great mothers are, and he kept going on and on and on. Like his was the only one where they had to play Kane's music and send him out to say, hey, you've been talking too long. Like his music pops up and Mr. T perks up and goes, oh, is it time for me to go? But it was so funny because it was just mothers this and mothers that and mothers this, and like Twitter was exploding with the wrestler Jericho said, I invented Mr. T's mother. It was ridiculous. It was a really nice speech. He was saying some really nice things, but he had a lot to say about mothers.
They usually tell you how long you're supposed to talk before you talk somewhere.
I never would have thought that Mr. T could have given a speech for that long.
Oh, no, he's a very eloquent person.
He had like this Muppet thing going on, though, where like, you know how part of giving a speech is trying to take in the whole audience and like... not make eye contact, but like gaze out over the crowd. He would do like this jerky Kermit the Frog thing that I'm physically demonstrating for Rudy.
Yeah.
Where it's like you say one thing and then he'd jerk around to the other side and say something. He looked like a Muppet.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't do a lot of public speaking. And he was in an arena that had people around him in 360 degrees.
Yeah.
So that can be disorienting to someone, who isn't comfortable with that. Remember that he did most of his work was done, in front of a camera, and not in front of a live audience. So.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting away from
Mr. T is awesome.
Yes, Mr. T is awesome. We're getting away from the Contra Cruise, though.
Are we? Is this actually about the Contra Cruise?
Not anymore. It's not. Now it's about umbrellas and Mr. T and video games.
Well, it should always be about video games.
Yes.
Such
Well,
is
it's
life.
every single one of these is going to be about video games and our lack thereof.
Yes,
Get
exactly.
used to it, people.
No, we're going to buy a TV. It's going to be great. We're going to get a cheap, shitty, 6-inch flat panel somewhere in Honduras.
That'll work.
Yeah, and it'll be like $50. But we'll each chip in half. I don't even fucking care. And you can even take it home. I don't give a shit because I don't have any use for it.
Well, neither do I. Already have a small TV at home that's been
No, you
collecting
could just.
dust.
Well, no, but you have. Yes, but I don't want to carry it around, so I'm going to give it to you. No, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it.
It's going to end up on the bottom of the ocean.
We're gonna give it to one of the room cleaning guys. Can you dispose of this TV? Is it broken? No, it works just fine.
Maybe for the last night's events, we can give it to Tom and Bob to give away as like a prize or something.
The Contra Awesome prize.
No, I got the awesome prize. Nobody else gets that.
That's why I said Contra Awesome prize.
Oh, okay. So the not awesome prize?
Yes. It is distinct from the awesome prize.
Don't you dare try to take my awesome prize from me. Someone has to legitimately win that from me on the next Contra Cruise.
Which you won't be on.
So it'll be pretty... Well, someone just has to win something that they ascribe the awesome prize to.
That is unlikely.
And it has to be of equal or greater value than the social justice warrior drawing that I did.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I don't know...
And it has to include a hug from Tom Woods.
Yes.
That's how you know it's the awesome prize.
It's not a sealed deal.
Oh, man. Oh, but the one thing about the umbrella is that you gave him the umbrella and he
This
took
is
the
our
umbrella.
longest story. Our longest story is about the stupid umbrella.
That's the funniest thing that happened today. Aside from me squeezing into the sweat bag. And you getting a hug from Tom Wood. It was a good day, honestly.
That was a very awkwardly funny thing. It was
Yeah. Well, no, but so Justin hands him the broken umbrella. It's like just dispose of it, and he hands him a $20 bill. And I'm like I saw that happen. I'm like, are you sure you handed him the right dollar bill for disposing of a broken umbrella?
So, I thought it was an umbrella disposal fee. Right.
Like
I invented it
a
in my
battery.
head and then thought it was real. I do that a lot.
Uh-huh.
Anyone want to hang out for a while in the demon room?
What's in the demon room? $50 tips. Oh, okay.
Ting, 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 I'm broke. Make it rain. I can make it drizzle.
Oh, man.
I don't know though. I mean, I'm like one of the worst artists in the world, but I feel like I drew the best picture that night.
Well, like you said, it's a psychological thing.
With the Valkyrie
That
thing.
if you can get the psychology right, then you don't need to be a good drawer to do Pictionary.
Not necessarily the best clue. Like I'm not a great Pictionary player per se. I just remember there were a lot of stick figures, and I took it. I took it a few extra steps.
Yeah.
Don't want to toot my own horn on this because my ego ends at my ability to draw. I am a horrible artist, but I had fun doing that one.
Oh yeah.
So I think I earned that awesome award.
Yeah, you
with
did.
that picture. Oh, there was that kid that was on our team. It was like some 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, that was the son of wasn't that the son of that Russian
guy we met,
Russianish guy that we saw?
Yeah, yesterday he was.
We saw. He was one of the people that we talked to.
Yeah.
In the 2-minute thing, he said, "This is my son," and
oh yeah, he came in and didn't know what we were doing, and
right.
we had to explain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he came in while we were doing.
His son answered the most questions.
No, I saw. Yeah.
He like 3 of them he got.
Yeah.
And then
that was really cool.
Or maybe he tied with the girl that left the other team to join us because we had like 4 people and the other team had 7.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that kid should also get some kind of awesome award.
But not the awesome award.
Yeah, not the awesome award. I get the awesome award.
Oh man.
He gets like the Tutankhamun award.
Yeah.
I don't know, some young prince award.
Yeah, there you go. Like
Purple Rain award.
Purple Rain award. Yikes.
So what else? So we came back to the room after that. No, we ate after that.
We ate dinner,
and that was where I was watching the crests on the waves and pretending that they were all dead seagulls. Hilarious. It's like maybe I'm the only one that thought that, but it was like I had like this.
No, you said that at breakfast.
At breakfast?
Yeah.
I don't even know what time it is now.
You've been on coffee and it hasn't been working all day.
Yeah, all day. I've had 8 cups. We have. I think we've met nothing but cool people the entire time. Anytime we've had to talk to people,
yeah.
Cool.
It's a little bit uncool when you walk out of the restaurant and there's like 400,000 people standing right in the direction that you want to go, but you don't actually have to talk to them. You just push them out of the way.
Yeah.
Especially the ones in wheelchairs.
And when Rudy was pushing them out of the way, it was like squeezing sweat from his clothes.
Yeah.
So the floor was just a trail behind it.
Like a slug trail. If I had gotten up on the thing, I was gonna agitate for Team C Slug.
I was going to do that, but I didn't think anyone would get it. Plus, the guy that came up with our name came up with it like right away.
No,
he seemed really into it.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yep, no problem, dude."
Yeah,
I was
good.
going to say Team C Slug.
That's terrifying.
You and I are basically the same person.
How did that work out? No, but I mean, like, why would we both think to make an Azumanga Daioh joke?
You and I are basically the same person. The only difference is that you know physics, and I can probably kill a room full of 10 people with minimal effort.
Yeah, basically.
And let's never mention that again while recording.
I swear, if they had said something, no, I made that promise this morning that like I looked out of the door. I'm like, I don't know, it looks like people are dressed normally. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wear regular clothes to breakfast. And I'm like, if they say one word to me, I'm gonna get a fork and a knife. I'm gonna just kill everybody.
Fortunately, no one will hear this until after we're off the boat.
Yeah. And something.
This is a murder-free podcast.
Something. International waters. Something. Statute of limitations. Yada yada yada. Free speech. Something. Geneva Conventions. Yeah, that was the other thing. Is that I came up with, according to section or what was it like? Section 2, Clause 46 of the Geneva Conventions. I hereby declare my intention to beat your ass. Sir, where's your tie? I'm going to kill you. The Geneva Convention says I can.
With a tie that I wasn't wearing.
Where did you get that? From another porter that I killed.
That asked me about my tie.
Yeah. Now I have 2 ties.
I keep calling this a podcast. We're not even officially a podcast yet. Like, I haven't put us up anywhere other than the website.
Well, you're up on YouTube, aren't we?
Yeah, like, we have a website now that has these recordings, but it's not synced to iTunes or anything where people can download it as a podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there sooner or later.
After the cruise. The cruise, we'll start making this an official podcast. For the 3 friends we have that listen to it that are slowly not becoming our friends because they're listening to it. It's like you take a step further after every episode, like, maybe I shouldn't hang out with these guys.
They want to kill everyone.
Like, at least 3 times an episode they mention murder. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know if I should be in the same room.
In gruesome detail, too. It's really weird.
Like, one of them is laughing at dead seagulls.
Laughing at pretending that the crests of waves are dead seagulls.
Oh, no, it was great, because it's like,
It's not great! You told me that, and I'm like, and like, I looked at the old lady sitting next to us and just slack-jawed at you, and I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? Get some more coffee in your system, man. Like, that poor old couple sitting next to us, you were like, I'm just imagining they were all dead seagulls. I'm like, oh, Jesus
And I think
Christ.
we sat there for 15 minutes completely silent, and that was the first thing that one of us said.
Yeah, it was great.
But it was actually what I was thinking. It wasn't just something I was saying to be funny.
No, I know.
It was because I looked out the window, and it just, the image popped into my head of they had fallen out of the sky in the water, and they're all like flailing around trying to get back up, and then it's just like glub glub glub, and they're gone. Also, I live in Michigan. I hate seagulls.
Everyone hates seagulls.
Now, if I actually looked out the window and saw seagulls drowning, it wouldn't have been as funny because I had a very nice cartoon image of a seagull in my head when I was imagining this, but I still probably would have been like...
Disclaimer, cruelty to animals is wrong.
It's always wrong.
Always wrong, and never should be
But it's not wrong to laugh at.
Yeah, right. You can watch videos of abusive animals. Maybe not.
Just,
I don't know.
Just don't
Shit. Fuck.
Just don't watch enough that you're promoting the making of videos.
Right, yeah, you have to watch them for free. Like, you can't watch the ads. You have to skip them. They don't even allow that on YouTube anyway, so it's fine.
All right, we're in the clear.
All right, we are legally clear of all binding problems, and here and this statement hereby declares that we are in the clear.
Day 3 of the Contra Cruise
Is tomorrow.
analysis. Justin was taken off the boat mysteriously by uniformed men.
Men in black suits came up, and they're like, "Yeah, you're coming with us."
Some of them were men in black suits. The others were men in doctor's suits.
We have a nice new coat for you. Oh.
Do I get one of those lab coats? No. Yours folds and ties.
And padlocks.
You get your own room, though.
Ooh, is it padded? What?
What?
Yes. I've always wondered.
Does it have a better toilet?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's not on a boat.
I don't know. How good is your imagination? It actually is on a boat. They just tell me it's not on a boat.
Yeah, well, how would you know?
I don't know.
You're crazy.
I'd know. After I think I escaped, I would know.
Oh, man.
I'm out of the room, guys. I'm out of the room.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
This is the craziest guy I've ever met. This is a first for me. There's a guy running around the room in the straitjacket saying he's escaping from the room.
Oh.
He's hiding behind imaginary bushes. Alright, so what else did we do? We ate, we went to that event, and we had the umbrella thing. Was there anything else? I feel bad that guy was... after we left the dinner, we were following that guy around. We were all looking for a place where we could sit down and chat. But then Rudy was like, I'm going to go back to the room, and I knew it was because of the suit, so I wasn't going to not go back to the room too. So we kind of cut off like in mid-search.
Well, we lost that other guy, Brandon. Wasn't his name Brandon?
Yeah, his name was Brandon.
He went off in one direction, and we got cut off by a bunch of people that were getting professional pictures taken or something.
I always feel like I scare people away anyway because of all the coffee I drink, and then I get really excited when I talk to them. Like I sound like this when I talk to them.
And yeah, and you just interject like really random things sometimes, like out of nowhere.
It's my thing.
Yeah, I know, but it is a little bit off-putting. I'll just say that.
I know.
As long as you're aware of it.
Yeah, well, I can't help it. I have Tourette's.
Yeah, I know.
And it's easier to just do it than to explain to people. I may interrupt you because I have Tourette's.
It's a legitimate problem.
Like all the times that it's like all the times that Bob would interrupt Tom to say, like when he says something that sounds like an insult to Bob, and Bob will be like, "Wait a minute." I do that in like hyper fast motion though.
Yeah. I feel like there was something else that happened.
I read some of your copy of the Toho graphic novel.
Yeah, Silent Sinner in Blue. It is a good book.
I don't know if that's something that happened, quote unquote.
Well, I started reading some of Pirate Yuri, so that was awesome.
Yes.
Or is it Yuli?
It's Yuri.
Okay. Did they ever Romanize it in any way, or
yes, when they Romanized it was Yuri with a single U.
Okay.
Even
though it's a long U in the.
I think it was it called. No. I think when they translated it, it was called because the first book was called The Stone of Time or something.
Yeah.
I think that they called the series the Stone of Time or the Time Gem or something when they brought it to America. I'll have to check.
Okay.
I don't think they called it Pirate Girl Yuri.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, it would help if they didn't, because Yuri kind of means lesbian in Japanese.
Well,
I mean, it is a name, but she's got an extra.
She has a long U.
Yeah, she has a long U, so that's a different word.
Different, and it's in katakana, and I mean, this is a completely non-issue.
Yeah, it really
especially since if they brought it over to in English, Yuri doesn't mean.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Anything like that.
They'd be like, is she Russian?
Yeah, they might. I mean, doesn't it just mean Lily? So couldn't they call her Lily in English?
They might have. I never read the translations.
But they were translated here?
Yes.
Huh.
I don't know if all of them came out, but someone did years and years ago.
Yeah. Well, they're old
bring
books.
them out here. They're children's novels.
Yeah.
Or slightly older children's novels.
Well, they have furigana and the...
just enough to where they have pictures of them still.
Well, I mean, light novels have pictures in them.
Yeah, but you can tell that the difference between...
I mean, the vocabulary level is very low.
Yeah.
And the kanji... I mean, I'm surprised... It has furigana, which, fine. But there's also a lot of stuff in there where it's like, oh, I know the kanji for this, but they put it out in kana anyway. So, it is probably like a 3rd, 4th grade kind of children's novel. Not that it's bad, it's actually pretty decent.
Oh, it's a great book because it's a book about a girl who is a pirate captain who one of the other main characters is another girl who is the orphan of a rich family who is now who is now her apprentice. And the book is about a pirate girl who time travels and has a robot assistant. I mean, you can't get much more wild than that.
It's a cool story. Silent Sinner and Blue is good too.
I got a couple pages in, and then we decided to do this.
It's got I'm maybe 30, 35 pages in or so, and they're building up tension. They're introducing characters. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get. I mean, I have. I think there's 3 volumes of it. And I think I have all 3. But in the like the liner thing that came with the slip cover, they have advertisements for a bunch of other like the graphic novel series for it. So I'm probably gonna pick a bunch of those up. They are really good.
Also, the light switch for our bathroom is outside the bathroom.
Well, that's a thing. Like that's how my. It's not that it's outside the bathroom. It's that it's outside the bathroom, and if you open the door, it's behind the door. That's the problem. So you can't just like open the door and be like, "Oh, I gotta turn the light on," and then like, no, you have to close the door again, move around the door, hit the switch, come back and reopen the door again. So like when I lived in Texas, my apartment had the same issue. Like the switch for the bathroom light was on the outside of the bathroom, but like it wasn't ever blocked. You couldn't block it with the door; it was just there. And this one, it's like, oh, you have to close the door, then you can get to the switch, then you hit the switch, then you have to open the door again. So it's like it's kind of ridiculous. There's extra stages in there that don't need to be there, all because they wanted to put a 6-foot-tall mirror right next to the bathroom, which I don't know what the hell that's for.
It's for people to get. It's purposely built across from that one over the desk so that people that are getting
know
dressed
what it's for. I'm joking to a certain degree, but there's so many goddamn mirrors in this room. It's kind of eerie.
And so you can do light sorcery.
Oh, that makes sense.
By light sorcery, I mean play with laser pens.
I have a flashlight. I don't think you want to play with laser pens in a. That's like.
Why? Because they store the cats under the beds?
No, because it's incredibly dangerous to play with a laser in a room full of mirrors.
Well, that was kind of the point, though.
It's not sorcery if you just shoot yourself in the eye. Ow! Son of a bitch!
It's called a blind spell.
Yeah, you don't usually cast that on yourself.
You can.
And you usually have better control of it. You know, assuming that were a thing that was real.
Yeah, it's not.
Shh. Shh.
Listen.
Silence spell.
And flatline.
Beep.
This episode has now ended.
No, it hasn't. We're still going.
Oh, yeah. We took a bunch of pictures of stuff.
We took a bunch of pictures of the shitty art. Oh,
yeah,
my
the
God.
horrible art.
Oh, we're going to have to... Okay, so if you're watching this, you've been seeing pictures, because we're probably going to put them in a montage.
We'll put them on the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll put them on the YouTube
channel.
version. If you're watching this on YouTube, you've been seeing weird-ass paintings and photographs throughout this entire video. Those are things that are actually on the walls of this ship. They're so bad.
Those horrible, depressing pictures are the things that we wake up to every morning when we go to get breakfast. Like that sad cheerleader.
The thing that really scares me is like that carved out smile on that orange. It's just like it haunts my nightmares.
And we've had some good fever dreams.
Oh man, it was ridiculous. I had like a whole action movie dream last night. It was great.
Yeah.
Didn't feel any less tired after I woke up after it. But yeah, it was a long, involved, detailed dream that I actually remembered, which is uncommon for me.
I dreamt that I died and was a ghost and I was going around the ship bothering people. So it was basically a dream about what I do when I'm not dead.
Yeah. Long story short, death could not change Justin.
Even death.
Even death. What else? Anything else noteworthy of today? I feel like there was something that we're missing.
Well, let's see. We went to breakfast.
Yep.
Did we do anything before we went to breakfast? I think we got up and went right to breakfast.
We pretty much did. Well, we had to, get dressed and stuff. But yes, pretty much we went straight to... Oh, no, we already mentioned the tube shower.
Yeah, we mentioned the tube shower.
We mentioned the tube shower, which is incredibly uncomfortable. I actually don't think I can shave because there's not actually a regular outlet in the bathroom for my shaver. I need one. I might have to shave in front of the wine bottle.
Oh, yours won't hold a charge?
No, it has no battery by design.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, if everyone could just write in for us, how interesting do you find this conversation about Rudy's razor?
I don't like. The problem is that if they use those stupid lithium batteries, they die out faster than the razor blades die out. So, like, I feel like, well, this razor doesn't work anymore, so I can't use it anymore. But it's still fine, but the battery's dead, and they don't sell replacement batteries. So it's like...
Yeah.
I just buy one that doesn't have a battery and requires a plug at all times. And that works pretty well.
I usually shave with an actual razor. I just didn't feel like bringing any with me.
Yeah, well... Harry'sRazors.com. If you've been listening to the Tom Woods show or Stapleton or something like that, you'll get that joke. The Truman Set. The enter code Stapleton. I wonder if that still works.
Well, I mean, this recording will be up for somewhat of a long... Until they kill us, this recording will be up, so
yeah.
It won't work at some point.
And it may not even work now. But, the Jason Stapleton program, go listen to him, too. He's good. And he's more regular than us, honestly.
Don't tell anyone that you got this from us, because Harry's Razors will probably hunt us down and be like, we don't want you advertising.
We'll cut you. We'll fucking cut you.
You aren't allowed to advertise for us, even for free.
Well, it's not that we're advertising. It's not... The issue is not that we're advertising for them for free. The issue is that we are giving them a promo code, which is for the Jason Stapleton program.
So if you got this here, tell everyone to listen to Jason Stapleton.
Yeah. Tell them that's where you got that.
Don't mention us.
Don't mention us. So we need to not be part of that. But they're apparently really good razors.
Anything else we want to advertise? Drink Coke, play again.
Yeah. I'm loving it.
Your way, right away.
The best part of waking up
is being little, yellow, different.
Nothing outlasts the Energizer.
Sorry, folks. Sometimes I feel like a nut.
Sometimes I don't. Almond Joy's got nuts.
Mounds don't. Should we really have completed it? Was that as funny? Scale of 1 to 10. Is that as funny?
If YouTube still had a 5-star system, you could actually rate this in some kind of way other than thumbs up or thumbs down.
1 star. They ended the show on a bunch of stupid advertisement jokes. I tried to give them no stars, but YouTube doesn't let you do that and leave a comment.
Yeah.
Or do they? I don't know.
No, they don't do stars anymore at all. It's just thumbs up and thumbs down. The question is, for videos that came out while they were still doing a star-based program, how did they translate 5-star ratings, 4-star ratings, etc. into thumbs up and thumbs down? 5 stars
were thumbs up, everything else was thumbs down.
That'd be awesome. Why does my video have a shitty rating all of a sudden? The Evian bottles continue to watch over our stateroom. They will not be drunk. So they're good watchmen.
They're very good watchmen.
Because they won't be drunk.
And they won't talk to us.
That's also true.
If something goes missing from this room, I don't want to know.
I want to know. I need to replace it.
And I need to hurt someone.
Yeah, well, that too.
In a twist of irony, one of the porters steals the TV.
We're like, yes! Can we get a new one? Can you make it so that the HDMI cable slot works?
You think if we give one of the stewards enough money, they can take the TV and we can tell someone that the TV was stolen and request that they bring us a flat panel somewhere and then play video games on that?
We could. There's a lot of ways that we could try to get it.
That one's not as legal as just buying a TV in Honduras, though.
It'd be great to have a TV.
I reckon it would be really cheap to buy a TV in Honduras.
No, I think it would probably be pretty expensive.
To buy a small one, it would be cheap.
I don't even know if they'd have one in stock.
I don't know if they'd have one anywhere where we would go with.
I don't know if they'd have one that was HDMI compatible.
I think they would.
They might. I mean, it is a tourist trap, but do they sell TVs in tourist traps?
Well, I mean,
how frequent how often does someone go to freaking?
I don't think we're playing Corpse Party on this trip.
I think we're not. That sucks ass.
There was that room that we were.
I'm just gonna steal it from you. That's how this is gonna work. No, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna buy all of them.